Coach, with the threat that DeAndre Hunter has been off the bench, I mean, how much does that allow for Trey to find space to be able to hit game-winning shots like he did tonight?
Yeah, those two guys really trusted each other, Trey, and then for Trey to find him. So, Trey's catch and shoot threes are something that, we've really tried to emphasize and he's really worked on. So for that to be that shot tonight was, affirming in that regard. But yeah, Trey obviously had a terrific game, and, Dre gives us, it's not just the production, it's his presence that guys really feel. And like you said, they trusted each other, and that's a big deal.
Coach, wanted to ask you about Veet's contribution. We saw some minutes from him tonight. What did you see out of him?
He has the ability to get into the paint and create an advantage, especially in transition, and then can make plays with his size. So thought when Jalen got in foul trouble too, we had some lineups out there that hadn't played together as much, and I thought those guys were connected, and that's one of the things that he just does is he's connective. He's a connector.
Coach, 7 players in double figures. What does that say about the balance of this team?
Yeah, I think it goes back to the trust. That guys are really moving the ball when someone's open, regardless of what might happen. And they're also able to find each other in spots where they know. Trey finding Bogey when he slips out in some situations, and finding Dre when, in transition with the, walk-up three. So it's reflective of a level of unselfishness that's really good.
Coach, we talk about, there's a lot of talk about Dyson's defense right now and how it's kind of been contagious for his teammates. 2-part question, just what you saw out of Dyson tonight. He had some big plays defensively down the stretch, and then also Dre's toughness. Yeah. I thought that he was tough tonight, and the team kind of rallied around him when he didn't back down from LeBron, just how contagious his toughness was for the team too. Yeah,
I mean, they obviously defend different ways. I think one of the biggest things is we don't usually have Dre guarding the ball. But Dyson's ability to defend the ball and then defend whether it's LeBron or and DeAndre, the same thing. The versatility that they have defensively is really important. And I think you're right when you see those guys working like that, and you're out there, you want to do your part. You can feel it, and that makes other guys pick up their level, whether that's blocking out and getting a rebound or rotating or contesting a shot, all those little things that both those guys do, and because they're really consistent with, whether it's off the ball, on the ball, and they bring that every night.
Coach bench was 65-17 tonight. Seems like every night the bench is really starting to get it done.
Yeah, I think it's a number of guys. Obviously we see Bogey and Hunt with their scoring. Onyeka and Clint, when O's come in, they give each other a lift. I think the thing that I like most about those guys is also a credit to the guys that are starting. That it's like, when you watch the wrestling and someone comes in and someone comes out, the tag team, and I think that mentality is really good. And, having Jalen is stabilizing too, at the end of the quarters and things when he can handle the ball.
Coach, Tabitha talked about DeAndre and Dyson. We often talk about Dyson's defense, but I thought tonight, especially late, he hit the big 3 in the corner. He got a floater. He got an offensive rebound that led to I think it was a DeAndre 3 as well. How much is that going to help him grow on the offensive end where we know that he's still figuring that out if his teammates are trusting him and then he's making huge plays?
Yeah, well, you mentioned he had it figured out tonight. There's for particularly for our younger players, whether it's Dyson or Zach or JJ, it's hard to be consistent, and that's the key. And in Dyson's case, and Zach too, that consistency is not make or miss. That consistency is taking those shots, and everybody's got confidence in them. And then you're right, the play that Dyson made where he threw it back out to Hunt. That's, again, some of the trust I'm talking about. So it doesn't necessarily have to be your shot, but when the ball moves and it's your turn to shoot and you're open, shoot it with confidence, regardless of what happened, the last time he shot it.
Kind of following up on that a little bit. With Dyson guarding LeBron as much as he did in the second half, was that part of the plan, or was that kind of makeshift going along with Jalen getting in foul trouble?
That was our assistant coaches. Those guys do a heck of a job preparing us. And then, as you said, you can go into the game with a plan. But I listen to those guys. I probably should listen to them more. But making some of those adjustments and matchups. And again, as I said, we had Bogey ran longer. There were some things that were a little different, and that changes some of the matchups. So you're not able to just chase matchups and keep somebody on a given player, whether it be LeBron or AD. So again, it goes back to some of the defensive versatility. And as I said, those matchup changes, I have a lot of trust in, the guys on the staff.
In the back over here, 6 straight. Do you talk to your guys about keeping the win streak going, or maybe if you're superstitious, are you doing anything specific during this win streak?
The one thing about the NBA is every game is different. The schedule's different. You're home, you're on the road. And the biggest thing that we want to talk about is, understand if you're playing well, understand why you're playing well. And if you're not, understand that too, and get back to doing the things that, that are winning, winning habits. And that's the emphasis for me and for our group, is as much as the result. Sometimes you can't control the result. I'm glad it turned out the way it did tonight. But that's what happens during the course of the game too. It sounds simplistic, but you win a quarter, you lose a quarter, there's a run. They made a big run in third quarter. Some of those things you have to collect yourself, and then again, not get down and get back to doing the things that you need to do to play well. And usually if you play well, at least you got a chance.
Been following up on that a little bit, though. Do you feel like after some of the frustration of the last couple of years, the inconsistency, struggling to kind of get things rolling, that maybe you've turned a corner a little bit? It's only 6 games, but still with the NBA Cup success and just what's going on.
Yeah, I appreciate the question. I don't think anybody's thinking about, if we're going to go back a couple years, let's go back 10 or 20. Could get Dominique out there. He probably could still play. I don't think that's a mentality that's productive for us. Where we're not playing, to prove anything over the course of anything. Our focus is on right now, and tomorrow. Our focus, not tomorrow, well, tomorrow too, but tomorrow and Sunday, is the next game, and getting ready for Denver. So, I am proud of the way we're playing, but not relative to, any other team or any past. These guys are their own team, and for them to continue to build an identity, that they can feel and replicate, I think is the main thing. Okay.